I remember once I told my dad I was bored, and he gave me a typical sort of dad answer. He goes, okay, well, if you're bored, why don't you go write me a story? No direction, no theme, no, just, Dad, why don't you go write me a story? Get the fuck out of here, huh? Why don't you give me some peace and quiet? So I did, I actually wrote him a story. Now, bearing in mind, I was a 9-year-old dyslexic. So writing 1 page of A4 was a pretty big achievement for me. And I went up to him, I was really proud of the story. It had monsters and a couple of car chases and whatever. I said, Dad, I've written you this story. He goes, oh, good. And why don't you go write me another one? Why don't you go write... What the fuck? You know I've been missing for the last 90 minutes. It's because I wrote you that bastard. Go write me another one. I now realise, of course, that going up to my dad and saying I'm bored and he goes, well, why don't you write me a story, was actually code for why don't you shut the fuck up for 90 minutes, huh? Why don't you give it a little peace and quiet, see how that goes? Handwriting. There is a serious epidemic of shit handwriters out there, and they're not getting called out for it. And I can't do it because I'm dyslexic. People just think I'm stupid. Like, hey, I can't read this. Well, that's because you're dyslexic as fuck, remember? As if knowing how to spell had anything to do with identifying the shape of letters. Take words out of the equation. If I drew you a picture of a fish that had 6 legs, fur, and udders, and you were like, dude, I don't know what the fuck this is, I don't get to be like, well, that's because you're stupid as shit. I drew it wrong. And I'm pretty sure at school they teach you both reading and writing. So whilst all you twats were reading The Hungry Caterpillar, I was practicing my kicking curs and curly curs. This all came out when I saw somebody write the word copy. It was a crescent moon, a circle, a lollipop stick half licked, another circle, and then a G that just hasn't been finished yet. Somehow, the second circle snuck its way in centre stage. This guy spelt it wrong just because of his fancy pen flickery, and I had to spend 20 minutes trying to break the Enigma code just to read this bitch. Motorised scooters. When I was younger, having an electric scooter was the shit. You could travel up to speeds of 11 miles an hour for distance covering at least 750 yards. And all you had to do was charge it for a fortnight. Back in the good old days of 2003, you'd put your electric scooter on charge on Monday, go to Blackpool for the week. Come Sunday, you'd be cock of the walk, providing that walk was no longer than 375 yards because you didn't know that a fortnight was actually 2 weeks. These days, I see motorised scooters overtaking me on the motorway like, hey man, what the fuck? What are you doing on the road with your fossil fuels? Jesus Christ. And I gotta tell you, I'm painfully jealous of them. But then, you know, they've got 2 wheels, I've got 4 with a steel cage wrapped around me, so you give them a little hip check and that jealousy just rolls down the road. It doesn't matter how many miles to the gallon you get when your shin bones are through your shoulders. Social media influencers. What a pompous fucking title that is. Well, because you stuck a picture of your tits online and you got over 1,000 views, you're now an influencer. Gandhi was an influencer. Martin Luther King was an influencer. Mr. Blobby was an influencer. Well, I mean, it influenced me to sleep with one eye open at night because I was so scared of that bastard. What did Noel Edmonds do to you? Why can't you talk? The thing is I get that beautiful people will have it easier. I get that. The game is rigged and they hold all the cards. But at least don't have the arrogance to pretend like you're using your genetic beauty to inspire others. Because the only thing that seeing that injustice inspires me to do is jump out of a 3rd-story fucking window. I think the older generation would say, social media influencers, in my day you had to earn your paycheck. No, in your day they were called TV personalities. Can you imagine auditioning to be a TV personality? So, what special skills do you bring to this role? Well, I mean, I've got a personality. Okay, well, let me just check our list for the fuck all department. Oh, there's a space. Yeah, well, congratulations, Claudia Winkleman. Oh, what a burn. Phone etiquette. Why are people so fucking unaware of how to speak on the phone? The volume these people use. How do you not understand that the microphone is right next to your mouth? The only thing that's closer are your pissing teeth. And what is it? The person on the other end of the phone can't hear you? I find that hard to believe, seeing as how the speaker is next to their fucking ears. I'll tell you what else I hate. When somebody's talking on the phone and then the other person starts talking at the same time, so they have to raise their voice to be heard, yeah. It's like you're shouting. You are shouting. I had a work colleague many jobs ago that would do that exact thing. They would be sat next to me. And, oh, Jesus, it scared the fucking life out of me. It'd be, well... we can get this done today because then we both sleep easier tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. So they're like, Jesus fucking Christ, what are you doing? What are they on speaker in an 18-wheeler whilst they're transporting maracas over a cobbled fucking pavement? Shut the fuck up!